There's nothing worse than seeing design, going to sit down and then going, oh, actually, how did they do it? So today I'm going to show you 4 simple nail art designs that anybody can do and that is actually trending on Instagram and TikTok and whatnot. So I'm going to show you how to do a blooming with gel design, a animal print, double line effect that you see a lot at the moment, and charm placement, which can be sometimes a bit daunting. But I first want to start off with base. I People want to rush this step, but I think if you're a beginner and trying to get the most professional and salon look, spend time on your brace. Go back and forth with the brush, make sure it's smooth, make sure there's no lint, there's no hair, there's no nothing in it. So please take the time to do that. So first I'm setting up for the blooming gel design. So here I'm doing an aura nail. I have a video, I'll link it up below so you can click on it and show how I do it with the Pat Pat gels. But we just create an aura base and then you start with the blooming gel design. Blooming gel is very, very forgiving. There's no rhyme or reason. You can just put it where your heart desires. So I put a layer of blooming gel. I wipe the edges down, make sure they're not bulky, and then I go in with a black gel polish and a dotting tool, and I just dab it where I want and the design I want. There is so many options. If you see them online, copy one of them. If you're not too sure till you get like the free flowing that you need. The more gel you put, the more product will spread. So kind of figure out how you want that to look like and then work according to how much gel you want. Also with the blooming gel, it's a very forgiving design, and if you've made a mistake on the design underneath, just put some blooming gel on top of it and off we go. For the animal print, I just start off with a basic side French. It's pretty easy to do, line across and fill it in. Now I use a stamping gel. The reason why I use a stamping gel, the pigment is black. It's dark and you don't need much. Honestly, you saw how much I put on that palette. You don't need much at all. And then for the technique, you run your brush through the color. When you get to the side, put a little bit of pressure, wiggle your brush, and then flick it out. And I just alternate from thick to thin, from one way to the other. And then once I've done all the lines, I go back in and see if I need to thicken any lines. Do I want to make like a fork? Do I need to make anything different? And just finesse it if you need to. I wouldn't spend too much time on it. Zebra print or animal print is very uneven, nothing symmetrical, so there's no point, finessing the line really, really quickly. And if you're putting charms over it, it's not the biggest deal, just make sure you haven't got these random lines that are connected to anything. So that would be my biggest thing that you might have to be aware of. Then you've got the cheetah print. Now, at the moment, it's all over Instagram. Animal print, zebra print, cheetah print, everywhere. So with this, my cheetah print, I grab a small dotting tool, I press a dot, and then I go back in, create a little C, add another little dot, and I just kind of rhyme or reason wherever, however far I want the design to go down, where I want it to go. And honestly, if I have to wipe it off, it takes me another 30 seconds to put it back on. So again, another design that's very forgiving that you don't need to sit there and worry about it. Is proportion, is it even? Nothing. You can just slap it on, off you go. So don't be too caught up on it being perfect. Don't be too worried about is it right, is it wrong. If you're not too sure, you can grab some like cheetah print or zebra print photos and see if you can do that. But honestly, these are quick and easy designs and it will elevate your look. If you're not sure what to do, this is a good option to do. And you know what? You're on trend. If people are asking for stuff, if you learn these techniques, they're easy to adapt and change for what you need to do for the next set. As you saw in the first photo, I've turned all these 4 different techniques into one design, and that's just how easy and adaptable these designs are. It's not a one size fits all. If you're doing a more alternative style, it will work. If you're doing a more pretty style, it will work. It's just a matter of how much you do of each of those things that will change the look and the design. Simple, super simple. Now this technique with the double line, it can look very daunting online, but it's really simple. You do 3 lines or curved lines going in 3 different directions, as you can see that I've done, and then I just flare out the ends, and then I grab black polish or whatever color I'm using and fill in the rest. Once I fill it in, I can see if I need to fix up any lines, any curves, and then I'll go back in with a brush. I like a very thin brush, so you find a brush that works for you. 12 mil is good for me. Some people like a 9, but 12 mil for this sort of stuff I do like. And then I fill it in and finesse. Sorry, I didn't pick the first part. The first part didn't film. I don't know what happened, but and as you can see, if I was to do that nail again, I would probably do the black, higher up, more of like a Y shape up the top rather than down the bottom. But that would be my only kind of change I would do. Now, this is where I see a lot of people struggle. It's crystal placement. Can I please tell you, don't overthink it, because you can just wipe it off and rethink it. I think that's one of the hardest things that people do, is that they try and overthink design and try and, oh, I don't know where it's going to go. I'm going to tell you one thing. If I've done a design that I'm not entirely happy with, and I'm like, oh, that line wasn't straight, or this line wasn't what I wanted to be, and I will slap a crystal over it. I will put a charm on it. I will put whatever to hide that small imperfection, because once it's on there, no one's going to see it. So don't be too hard on yourself. When it comes to how designs are going to go, what they're going to do, my biggest tip is I will pull out all the crystals or stones or charms I want to use, lay that in front of me, and I will put them on the nail to see if that's going to work. And if I think, oh yeah, that's going to work together, and I line them all up and think, oh yeah, that's right, then I will start placing the bigger crystals, the biggest first, and then I work the little ones around it. But if you're really struggling, look up nail designs on Instagram and see what people are doing. Where are they placing it? Are they all placing it in a corner? Or are they placing it next to, like, on the side of a French? Really pay attention to that. If you're finding that your charms and crystals are falling off, what I suggest is put them on, add a little dab of where you want the crystal, grab a builder gel or a base coat, go around those crystals, and then reseal them around with the top coat. By going around the crystals, it will allow the crystals to not have anything to catch on and pull off. That would be my biggest thing when it comes to crystal placement. And here I am. This is my biggest tip for a really flawless nail set. Please finish file your set. Just the end, and get it straight and get it perfect, because we all get a bit sloppy during the process, especially when you're doing there for hours, and this will just elevate your look. It will make it look so much professional, so much styling quality, and you'll see the biggest difference in your photos and in your sets. There you have a quick, easy tutorial on 4 super trendy nail designs that you can make into any set with any color combination. I hope this was really helpful for you, and I hope you got some tips and tricks. If there's any particular nail designs or nail art you want me to try, please leave them down below. Have a great day, God bless, and thank you so much for watching.